Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension, and today we are doing day number 6. Yes, I'm wearing the same stuff because I'm just doing all these videos all at once, right? Work smarter, not harder, right? Capitalize on your time. So, anyways, moving beyond that. The 6th day in the October challenge, 31-day challenge in October that was put on by or started by Brittany over at Palm Tree Bewitchery, and that is ghosts, talking about ghosts. So, when I was little, not only did I talk to whoever, I don't know, and I've talked about this before, but there were things that happened. Specifically, I'm going to talk about one little thing that we didn't even realize. My sister and I did put this in a previous video, but my sister and I used to go to a house where we used to live. It was a big apartment. Well, it was an old house, but it was split up into apartments. And we used to live there when we were little, but after we moved out, my mom still had a friend that she would go and visit, and have an older lady that she would have coffee with. And they would sit there in their kitchen, which is towards the back of the house, and it had windows all in the back. And Mom would always send my sister and I, Carla, out, and we would go play. And there used to be a big stream behind the house, but the stream had pretty much, it wasn't dried up, but it was like really shallow now, maybe like this. So it was just like a trickle. It was beautiful back there, but nonetheless, it wasn't really dangerous unless you got like trapped somehow. But anyways, so we would go out there, and every time it seemed like we would go out there and play, there was this little girl that would come and play with us. And at the time, you don't really know these things, but looking back, we remember her wearing like a pretty little like dress that would billow out just a little bit after the waist, and she wore like bobby socks and saddle shoes, and she had her hair like in a ponytail and long blonde hair, like something you would see out of the 50s, okay? But she was really pretty, and she would come over and she would play with us, and we were together all the time, and she would warn us not to go by the creek. And so we didn't, you know, we would stay away from there, and we would just play with her, and that was all. And we would do that every time that we went over to her house, over to my mom's friend's house. And so Mom said, and okay, so now fast forward like from that time, maybe 10 years in the future, you know, like 30 years ago. Okay. So I was about 15 or whatever. My sister and I were sitting around with my Aunt Diane and my mom and other people in the family, and we were talking about that house and a lot of the experiences that we had had in that house, paranormal experiences. And so Carla and I were just talking about the little girl that we used to play with, and Mom's like, what little girl? We're like, well, the little girl that we always played with, Ma. I mean, she was always out there. My mom's like, no, she wasn't. My mom watched us like a hawk. My sister and I are like, you know, we always played with her. I don't know how you couldn't have seen her. So the thing is, we just pretty much figured that if my mom didn't see her, she can't be imaginary, right? Because we're both experiencing it. We're both playing with her. So she had to be a ghost. And when you look back now as more of an adult mind, not a child's mind, because I think I was maybe 5, my sister was maybe 6, you've seen that her clothes were a little bit different, because that was in the 70s. So we would have like our little bell-bottom jeans, and because my mom was really young when she had us. I mean, my mom turned 18 a month after having me, and I'm the youngest. So she had my sister, was married, and had my sister at like 15, 16 years old. So we're 16. She got married at 15, had my sister at 16, and then blah, blah, blah. So she was really young. So she was very much in that fashion at that time. And So we were also in that fashion at the time. And so this little girl, going back, when you think about it, she was not in that, you know. Anyways, that was one of the many experiences that we had with ghosts. So I hope you are also joining in on this hashtag. And as I'm making this, I don't remember what the hashtag name is, because I'm making a whole bunch of videos all at once. But anyways, this was day 6, ghosts. I hope that you join in, and I'm sending you guys all love and light. Thank you.